I can promise one thing about this video, you're gonna hate these trades.
What?
Toronto fans don't want to see their favorite Raptor go. Other fans will think they're paying too much. But overpaying for some things in life is worth it. When I lived in LA, I was so homesick for my Rockets that I spent money for League Pass and tickets whenever they were in town. Bam! 10 years ago. My favorite Rocket back then? Kyle Lowry. By the way, this is a Clipper game. Still expensive though. Kyle was so good back then, but he became an all-star and a champion in Toronto. He could be the finishing piece for a contender. Overpaying in life is okay at the right times. This is the right time for 6 different teams. This video breaks it down. Yo, it's AM Hoops. I am KC, and I want you to know nice things in life are expensive. Yes, first class tickets cost a lot, but lying down to sleep versus the shoulder of that guy is pretty good.
Yeah, make a little more noise with your gum. That's helpful.
Kyle Lowry will cost a ton because the Raptors love him, and he's pretty good at basketball. 26 points with elite defense in a closeout Game 6 of the finals. Last year, he single-handedly dragged the Raps to a Game 7. He is a leader, not afraid of the moment. And when Masai Ujiri split up DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry, it was a gutsy call he had to choose. I remember wondering if he chose the wrong guy. I mean, DeRozan is a walking mid-range bucket. He's obviously more athletic, but Masai was right, and their careers have gone in opposite directions. Kyle is a winning player, and if the Raptors deal him now, it shows a lot about what direction they're going in. So we've got 6 teams that want Lowry. Every trade will be their best realistic offer. The Raptors want picks, good young players, and expiring contracts to make the money work and not clog up their books. But there are actually a lot of good reasons not to trade for Kyle Lowry. The first is his salary. He makes $30 million a year. That's more than Joel Embiid. One report says he wants to make that much the next 2 seasons, so get ready to pay that. Also, he's on an expiring contract, so the trade is a rental. If you give away great assets and don't win a title, it's a lose-lose. Then his age. He'll turn 35 years old at the deadline, but this will make you go,
Things that make you go,
Lowry was an all-star for 6 straight years until this season, but his numbers aren't that much different. About the same. Points, assists, rebounds, efficient. So he still plays like an all-star and would turn a contender to a champion. But one more really important thing to note. The emotional side of all of this. I mean, this isn't like trading on 2K. These are actual people. I feel for Raptor fans who never got to say goodbye because they're playing this season in Tampa Bay. No matter what happens though, Lowry did say he'll retire as a Raptor. At this point, Kyle's earned the right to choose where he goes next. He grew up in Philly, but he also wants to play for a contender. If another team convinces Kyle they can win, he could leave Philly behind. So, there's a million 3 or 4 team trades we could come up with, but these are neat and tidy 2-team trades ranked by their best offer. At number 6, the Jazz sending 2 firsts plus Udoka Azubuike, Mia Oni, some veterans, and cap filler. Look, the Jazz are good, but they won't have the best player on the floor against the Lakers, Clippers, or Nuggets. They need help. The most they can offer are these 2 picks, which could end up being high in the draft. Udoka Azubuike is a center for the future and favors for the present. The Raps need that, but none of this talent is elite. So let's go to number 5. The Clippers can offer Ivica Zubac, Mfiondu Kabengele, Terrence Mann, Lou Will, and Pat Beverly. This would hurt the Clippers' depth, but depth is overrated in the playoffs. Lowry's a perfect fit. They need a veteran point guard who's clutch in big games. He's a dog on defense. Everything they want if they only had more to offer. Zubac may be the best young center Toronto can get, but that's not enough. The Clips have 0 first rounders to trade. I don't see this happening. Just above them is the Lakers, who have one first-round pick that could be pretty good because it's far out there. Talen Horton-Tucker, Dennis Schroeder, and Montrezl Harrell. Let's start with Horton-Tucker. He has shown two-way talent, which the Raptors love. I mean, guys like Fred VanVleet, OG Anunoby, THT is their kind of guy. Schroeder and Trez are great vets, but they're on expiring contracts. The Lakers flip them because both guys have never been great in the postseason. Lowry, though, is a sure thing. LeBron gets that 5th title. But better than that is the Denver Nuggets sending Michael Porter Jr., Paul Millsap, Will Barton, and JaMychal Green. I'm just kidding, that will never happen. Actually, it would be 2 first-round picks, Zeke Naji, Bol, Will Barton, and Paul Millsap. Now, this would be the #1 trade if MPJ was included. But again, not gonna happen. Naji is a big who can stretch the floor. Bol just feels like a Raptor to me. He is so talented, but he's raw. I would love to see what the Raptors development staff could do with him. They've made guys like Pascal Siakam, Anunoby, Chris Boucher really good. Denver could be West favorites with this trade. Lowry brings leadership, defense, scoring, and playmaking. Actually, if the Nuggets are ever gonna win, I think they should do this deal. Nikola Jokic is the only consistent. Jamal Murray has his moments. He is not Bubble Murray. Kyle Lowry, though, would be a guaranteed #2 in the postseason. But our #2 trade is the Miami Heat, trading Kendrick Nunn, Precious Achiuwa, and cap filler. One report said the Heat are willing to include Nunn, Olynyk, and Goran Dragic. But if that was enough, this deal would have happened. So they have to up the package, including Achiuwa. Precious is a talented big man who's been up and down his rookie year, but he made the Rising Stars roster for a reason. Miami's got no picks to offer unless they get rid of protections from other trades. This is the #2 package because I value young talent over picks. The draft is such a crapshoot. But the Sixers have it all. They can trade picks and Matisse Thybulle, Tyrese Maxey, plus cap filler. All that, and again, Kyle Lowry wants to be there. He grew up in Philly. He went to college at Villanova. Matisse Thybulle would be amazing on the Raptors. His defense, on top of what they already have, would be scary. Tyrese Maxey might have the most upside of any young player we've mentioned. He won't contribute in the playoffs for Philly, but he would be a building block in Toronto. Both players have years left on their rookie deals, so the Raptors could spend cap space this season on vets. So who's going to do what the Raptors did and give up legit assets for a championship rental? Sometimes you have to overpay when the moment is right.